Yo, what's up, fam? It's your favorite nonfiction storyteller, Matt D. Talford. This isn't an official Maddie's Rap episode. This is just a quick video to let you guys know that I have decided to not decided. It just happened. It's one of these spiritual things that happens where you get an upgrade, and with that, you get a little bit more boldness. And let me tell y'all, listen, what I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be talking about when you see me in these videos moving forward, where I'm not talking about frivolous stuff like football. What I'm going to be talking about with regards to scripture and life and current events and how they all tie together moving forward, the filter's off. The filter's off, and some of you guys are going to be offended. Some of you are going to unfriend me. Some of you might have some nasty things to say. I'm not here to argue. I'm just here to blow the horn. Because listen, this is it. This is it. You know, guys, we've been in the middle of World War III now for almost a year, and most of you don't even know it because it's not the World War II or World War I style conflict you saw with bullets and guns and nations going at each other. Listen, this world is engulfed in full-scale spiritual war, okay? Okay, it is full-scale spiritual war. How do we know that? Because we got minds being controlled by words. We got people's behaviors being controlled by opinions. We got long-standing family members and friends at each other over words, over opinions regarding things that are happening right now. That's spiritual. That's not physical. Nobody blew a bomb or fired a bullet or anything like that. This is spiritual. These words have people's minds on lock. People's minds are on lock. You got information being censored. You got one side of these arguments, if you will, being presented, and the other side, the opposing side, being squashed. Like as soon as some opposing alternative opinions come out, then it's being debunked or being fact checked. How about fact checking this? How about fact checking the mainstream stuff? Well, you got people out there fact checking it, but they're getting fact checked. It's full scale spiritual warfare, and some of y'all are not even aware of it. All right, some of you are not even aware of it. If you're in the path, if you're in the road of two armies that are coming toward each other, about to collide, and you're in the crossfire and you don't know that's about to happen, what do you think's going to happen when those two armies or those opposing soldiers see each other? You think they're going to care that you're in the middle? Nah, they trying to win. They trying to win. If you're in the middle, they're not stopping to move you out of the way. You just a casualty. That's where we are right now. That's where we are. And some of you don't even know. Some of you are in the middle in that particular scenario, in that hypothetical scenario. Some of you are in the middle because you're not even aware of what's going on. All right? Go check the video I dropped in March. It's on my YouTube channel, Matt Talford. It's titled The World at War, and I got spiritual warfare in parentheses, The World at War, Maddie's Rap. Go check out my YouTube channel, Matt Talford, and this is a video I dropped in March. The thumbnail is me wearing a brown coat, and I think I got a Clemson hat on or something like that. But watch that video. That's where we are. That video is still very, very relevant today. It tells you how to identify when you're in spiritual warfare and how to survive in it. All right? This is where we are, y'all. So listen, I don't have time to be nice anymore. I'm not coddling anybody. I'm not worrying about, oh, I'm going to hurt this person's feelings. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Okay? The Spirit of the Most High has awakened some people and given them a job to do, given them work to do, and they can't do their job if they're worried about your feelings. You think a drill sergeant, for those of you who've been in the military, you think a drill sergeant in boot camp cares about your feelings? Maybe they do now. This is the new softer military. But when I was in there, they didn't care nothing about your feelings. You better not let a tear come out the corner of your eye. You better not whimper, showing that them push-ups are getting to you, whatever, or whatever they're doing, trying to smoke you. You better not give the least signal that you're starting to crack, because they're going to jump on you then. They're going to jump on you like a ravenous bird or a fish or something. So, in the same token, that drill sergeant got a job to do. He ain't got time to spare your feelings. You're just going to get left behind, and you're just going to have to do it over. You're going to get recycled. I'm not trying to get recycled. All right? All right? And for those of y'all that think that this is the life is linear, and this is the first time you're here, you need to understand that whatever your pastor told you about you're going to die and go to heaven or whatever, listen, you've been here before, you're going to be here again. The Bible said there's nothing new under the sun. All right? There's a lesson by a brother I follow on YouTube. He dropped a lesson saying, hey, that even the people in the days of old knew about reincarnation. That's why some of them thought that the Messiah himself, the man y'all call Christ, that's why they thought, some of them thought the Messiah was, when he asked Peter, he said, "Who do men say I am?" Some of them thought he was a prophet come back. They was like, okay, well, he's this prophet that lived, 300, 400, 500 years ago. They knew then about reincarnation. So listen, now when you understand that, watch some of these movies like Tom Cruise in Edge of Tomorrow, where these people, he died and he came back, and he died and he came back, and he had to keep coming back until he figured out how he was dying, because he kept failing. And he had to figure out how, and I'm sorry, this is spoiler alert if you have never seen Edge of Tomorrow, but you're going to see it in the movie if you do. So if you want to start watching now, go ahead. But he kept coming back, and then he finally made that connection, and he's like, wait a minute, I've been here before, and this is going to fail. I got to do something different. All right. So some of y'all better figure this out, because according to prophecy, it ain't going to be too many more iterations. All right. But this whole thing of, oh man, I'm gonna die and go to heaven and see my friends and family and all this. Nah, you've been here before. You're gonna be here again. The question is, how are you gonna be here again? Are you going to ascend? Or are you gonna come back and have to try to do this over because you effed it up this time? Sorry, I told y'all the filter's coming off, mommy. I'm sorry if you see this. And that me saying that like that disappoints you. I got to take the filter off. I got to give it straight, no chaser. This medicine ain't getting any sugar in it. All right. You got to swallow this one whole. So that's all I got to say, family. Again, the filter's coming off. If your feelings get hurt and you want to unfriend me, please do that. Cause I don't need you pulling my energy down trying to argue. I'm not here to argue. If you disagree with me, then fine. We can agree to disagree. If you can't, then, go find somebody, go find your own tribe. Go find people that believe the way you do. And you guys enjoy each other. I got a job to do. All right. We're not here for time. We're here for a purpose. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. We are not here for a set amount of time. We're here for purpose. Once if you fulfill that purpose, you out. If you don't fulfill it, you might be out and you might have to come back and try it again. I'm not trying to come back and try it again. I'm trying to continue ascending and trying to continue progressing throughout existence. All right. That's going to sound cryptic to some of y'all. Some of y'all going to say, Matt is blah, blah, blah. You know what? Take the locks off your mind. Take your locks off the mind, because the people that have taught you what you know now, they know another side of it, but they don't want you to know it, because the man who has the most information in any engagement is the one who's in control, the one who has the most information. So at least be on even keel with that. You're an individual. Be an individual. Okay. All right. I'm out, y'all. Peace. Have a good one. And stay tuned. Check out my YouTube channel. Stay on it. Because, like I always say, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in this Facebook platform. These MFs they're censoring stuff right and left. They're censoring it right and left. You get foolishness all over your timeline. If I was out here acting goofy, running and jumping off cars or whatever, or cursing somebody out and acting a fool, or videotaping fights and stuff like that, man, I'd have millions of views. But when you're on here dropping this truth, it's too bitter for some people. It's too bitter for the platforms. Don't think that. Listen, I went to school to write I went to school to program, so I know how this code. I know it's as simple as an if then else statement. It's just a little bit more complex with these algorithms, but they know how to lock this stuff down. They got it down to a science. The computers learn, and they can lock you down without somebody else having to write any more code. They tweak the code. The computers are locking you down. That's how they got it programmed. You think people are locking you down? No, they write code so the computer can learn. It's like, hey, you hear these terms, you hear this type of dialogue, whatever. Lower that priority. Lower how many? Lower the views. Lower the shows. But hey, if it falls in this criteria, if it's picture, fun stuff, family stuff that we deem safe, show it to the whole world. Nah, skip that. We in a different time. We headed to a different era. The filter is off, y'all. I can't filter no more. I can't. I'm not doing me any good. And when the Most High returns or when the Most High checks in with me and says, Matt, did you do the work I gave you to do? You can't lie to him because he already know. So I'm not turning in some half done work. All right. Those of y'all who are spiritual, those of y'all who believe, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. This ain't got nothing to do with church. I ain't been a member of a church for 15 years. I'm not bragging about that, but my point is a lot of them ain't saying nothing. And no offense if you're a leader of a church or a pastor or something like that. How can I be offending you if I don't sit in your congregations? I don't know. Shoe fits, wear it. If it don't fit, then you all right. So anyway, y'all, listen, I'm out. I just wanted to share those thoughts. I didn't want to do it in a live, but if you got some comments, drop them below. And this is Facebook. I don't know if I'm gonna put this one on YouTube or not. I don't know. I don't even think you can say YouTube too much. I think the more you say it, the more you lower the priority of your own video or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, listen. Y'all be good, man. And listen. Stop fighting. Stop fighting your family. Stop fighting your friends. If you can't agree, then just part ways. I believe that's in the book of Amos where it says, how can two walk together lest they be in agreement or something like that? I don't have it memorized. I know these scriptures. I know all over the Bible. I just can't always tell you the location. A lot of times I got to look it up, but that word is in me. I can't always give you the exact location, but that word is there. So anyway, y'all getting some word, man. Y'all getting some word. Y'all getting some word. All right? King David, one of the greatest kings ever, King David of ancient Israel, he said it. He said, your word have I hidden in my heart that I might not sin against you. What is sin? Sin is pretty much doing the opposite of what he commanded you to do. Doing the opposite. If he said go and you stay, you sinned. If he said stay and you go, you sinned. That's all it is. So anyway, listen, I'm out, y'all. I could do this all night, but I'm not going to because getting hungry, and I don't eat after sundown because when the sun goes down, your metabolism starts slowing down. I ain't trying to be, tossing and turning in my sleep with a bunch of undigested food or whatever. So anyway, keep that in your back pocket too. Hey man, I love y'all. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. How do you mean it? You show it. Okay. You show it. So show somebody you love them. And I'm gonna be back in with y'all on some more videos, whatever. Listen, again, if I say something moving forward to offend you, please understand that my intent is not to offend. My intent is to do the will of the Most High, to do the work that He created me to do. All right. Remember the part in the Bible in the scripture where the Messiah was hungry and he came upon a fig tree that was in ripe season, and the fig tree had no figs. He said, "Okay, you're not bearing fruit, so I got to destroy you." He withered it. He said every tree that's not bringing forth good fruit is going to be cast down or hewn down and thrown into the fire. So in other words, if you're created for a purpose and you're not fulfilling that purpose, what are you there for? I know what my purpose is. What's yours? Learn it. Learn what your purpose is and fulfill it. All right? Learn what you were created to do and fulfill that. The days are getting short. The age is getting short. As they said in all through Game of Thrones, if you watch Game of Thrones from season 1 through the last season, up until the last 2 seasons or so, when winter got there, they kept saying winter is coming. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. That's where we at right now. Winter's here. It's here. Winter's knocking on the door. All right. You see what's going on with these vaccines? I didn't want to say that word, but again, my filter's off. So those of you that don't want to do your homework and find out what's going on with that, then I wish you the best. I wish you the best. For those of you that's willing to look into it, look into it. Okay, look into it and see what's going on. But that's just the beginning. When they start locking down and you can't go this and you can't do this and you can't do that, then you're being controlled. Are you not a sentient being? Were you created to be an individual? Were you created to be free? Were you created to walk in liberty? Don't live your life in fear. For Yah has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of confidence. Sound mind is confidence. It's confidence. That confidence comes from the gut. That confidence says, I'm going to be all right. Wherever my feet land, I'm going to be all right. When you believe that, you create that. I'm out, y'all. Peace.